there was an event that happened with the R34, the NSX.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. That was there at that event.
All right, everybody, welcome to Tuner Talk. So we're going to chat a little bit about what the coronavirus and everything has done to car shows, because we're in Florida, and I mean some of the smaller events.
Some of the smaller events are going on, but most of the large events, you know, the tours and all that, because they're in municipal cities and the big mayors and all that are canceling everything.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to an event this weekend in Philadelphia, and Clean Culture got canceled, and everything got canceled.
Yeah.
Well, Tuner Evo got canceled.
Tuner Evo.
If anyone doesn't know, this is Mo. He used to work for Nopi Nationals and stuff. He works with us now and helps us do shows. But, I mean, you don't know when this thing's going to be over.
No.
I mean, we go to local stuff, and everybody seems really enthusiastic when they get an opportunity to go out. I mean, I think everybody's in a great mood now.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because, I mean, to do a smaller event, you don't know what you're going to get. Usually, the small shows out here usually get 50, 60 cars. Now they're getting 150, 137, 187 cars showing up because there's nothing to do.
Yeah, we went to an event at Ace Cafe here,
Yeah.
and in a matter of minutes, there were no parking spots left. Like, there were literally
We
no
have
parking spots left.
106 parking spaces out there.
Yeah, we had people that were 10 minutes late to the event, and they parked 3 blocks away.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's when it happens, it's big, but you don't have that many choices. Because, I mean, when we plan events, we always try to make sure that there's no other event on our weekend, and make sure so so people don't have to make a decision. They can just go to whatever's happening.
Okay, this is happening this weekend.
Yeah, oh,
we
this
got
is closer. This is
Or
more
at the
money.
same time, with the bigger events that are going on, we don't want to clash with them. We try to work with them, work around them. I don't want to put in an event that we're going to do, and Clean Cultures have an event at the same time in the local area. Now, if Clean Culture's in Jersey and we're doing something in Florida, it's not affecting us. You know, I mean, same thing like, you know, Tuner Evo. With Tuner Evo, he comes here, he's close.
Well,
do something
our
like
advantage is all the bigger events, we're all networked. Like, we all know each other. We all have each other's cell phone numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We communicate. We try not to step on anybody's toes. But for the smaller guys that are, you know, maybe doing their first event or whatever, it's a handicap.
I mean, great example this weekend. You have King of the South in Jacksonville, Florida, which is import and music and all that.
There's another event next weekend or something.
There's an event in Daytona, Slam I don't know.
Slam something, yeah.
Slam something in Daytona this weekend. Tampa, there's another slammed something at the convention center. And then you have Made of Steel, all on Saturday.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's
That's
like
just-
the little guys are not talking to me because guess what? On Sunday, it's nothing.
Yeah,
So-
the thing is, like, if you have an event in Orlando or Daytona or wherever, you'll get the Tampa crowd, the Daytona crowd,
Yeah.
if you're the only
If
event.
you're the only event.
But if
Right.
not, you're just going to go to the local one.
So now you got to look at, the people in Daytona are looking at Daytona event because it's local. Then you have Jacksonville, that some people from Georgia will come down and go to that. But you're not getting the Orlando crowd to go to Jacksonville. They're going to go to probably the Tampa one.
You only go far
You
if
know.
you really have to, because people don't, I mean, anything over an hour,
Yeah.
most people, they don't want to drag their car.
Right, and I understand that.
But the other thing is, like, you know, one of the reasons we're working on this car show tracker website is so that people will be able to just look at one place,
And find out.
see what's going on. If you get in there and you claim that date, then everybody else goes, let's reschedule for another time.
They should.
They
It
should.
depends on the area you're in. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're here in Florida and we have Tuner Evo going on here in Florida, all little guys should say, let me wait till the next weekend or whatever, this and that. But if they're here and you got a guy in Texas and a guy in Texas is looking, okay, well, you know what? There's a smaller show here and I know they're coming to Texas in a couple
Right.
of
Well, I
weeks.
mean, if you're talking
but
about
at
that
least you
much
can go
geography.
to the site and find out on the weekends
Yeah.
that either you're off, you have vacation time, or even if you're a Texas guy saying, I'm going to Orlando to Disney, okay?
Yeah.
I want, with the family, But I want to get out and go see what the shows and what's going on. You should be able to go to Car Show Tracker, click on it, find exactly what's going on that weekend, and you're good to go.
But we want to do it so it's a planning tool.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're not going to go from Orlando to Houston unless it's something really big.
Like Dub.
Or you're on that level with
that level.
Because most people, a lot of people aren't on that level.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the same group of people that when you see they go to events, they're good for a local event. They want to just go and have fun, meet new friends, do stuff like that.
I mean, the car show scene has changed if you really look at it from back in the day. Back in the day, if you had rims and a body kit, you was the man. And if you came and had, started getting the carbon fiber and the interior, and you had all that, it was like top dog. There was an event that happened with the L34, the NSX.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. That was there at that event. Got there, they did the whole event.
I was okay with it, by the way.
And at the same time, I wasn't okay with it because at the end of the awards, they had to leave early. I understand because of the rain and some other things that were going on. They left early. But at the end of the day, when I'm listening for Best Import, and I'm going, they didn't get a trophy, they didn't get an award. So that to me tells me that these judges that we had, and I was part of the event, so I said the judges we had no clue what they were looking at. So that's why, I want to sit back with John and I want to actually offer judging classes here.
Yeah, I think we talked about one before. We were doing a training.
Yeah.
Because we've both trained at the highest level of car shows.
Which is true.
And we've, we know what points a car should get. We know what forms are the best way for judges to judge cars so that you can say, hey, you didn't win because this was your score.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. At least if they know what they're looking at, the body, minds, everything.
It's ego, and I get it, and you gotta, like I set aside. I mean, my only complaint with that setup was no one. I was 2 feet away from the car the whole day, and no one asked me to look in it,
pop
open a hood or anything.
Nothing.
And they just walked around the car. I didn't even see them walk around the car. They walked around the car and they judged it on spec. And it's got, it's got a nitrous system and it's got a ton of stuff done to it.
I understand.
And even if but the reason I didn't have a problem with it is I came to show my support for an event you were doing.
Okay.
And it was a local event, and we're trying to get these events to come back. And I got enough damn trophies. You know what I mean?
No, I understand that. But at the same time, where given is due, they need to have that.
But the problem is, you're charging a fee. I think it was like $20.
$20
to enter your car in a parking lot car event.
Yeah.
And it's like you show the love. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We've got yelled at over the years by people that didn't feel what we've done has been good enough or whatever. And you have to have confidence in your decisions. And people think you just walk around and you think, oh, it's that car's going to win. It's a lot more complicated.
It's a lot more complicated because just because you look at the shell on the outside doesn't know what they have on the inside.
Yeah, and
the extra mods you've done. I mean, you might have sponsored wheels, sponsored paint, sponsored interior. You have no clue on which one's which.
But it's how it's put together. The other thing is, I can only speak for myself, but we try to give out trophies.
Oh yeah.
Like we want people to win.
We don't want to take trophies home.
Yes, a lot of times if we're doing events in different states, we can't take trophies home. We bought the trophies. We bought
the trophies to bring them
in that state.
Yeah, we try to get rid of them.
We're going to throw in our backpack. You know what I mean?
Sometimes the trophies are engraved at Houston, or Kentucky, or New Jersey, or California. So when you're in, they're all engraved.
You're stuck with them.
You can't bring them back to Florida and go.
You can't relabel.
Look, we're going to relabel this and use it in Florida. And don't worry that way.
No, and the thing is, a lot of times you're like, if there are a lot of nice cars, like high point cars, it makes it harder because now you have to pick a winner for a car that is a step above cars that are already a step above.
Yeah, and it's hard sometimes, especially it depends on the event you're at. It depends also if you have a best of show. Okay, your best of show. If it's just a trophy, don't get me wrong, guys. when you look at a trophy and say it's just a trophy, that's the mindset of our judging. Now, mind you, if it's a trophy and $500 cash, we as judges have to sit back and go,
Rationalize it, yeah.
oh my God, now we got to we're at the same page of a trophy, but you got to look at it in a standpoint of,
Or like you're giving away a set of wheels or whatever
yeah,
it is.
set of wheels or whatever. You have to look at it and go,
Yeah, we're not out to screw people.
I don't want to screw anybody.
No, and that's why I think we're going to do this judging training thing. We'll get a couple of guys because we have our group that does it when we do our own events. But I think if people are up for it or car crews are up for it,
I mean, that
if they
anybody
train
that's
one
out there,
person, they at least need to know like
Yeah.
a good way to do it.
we want to train people, and don't get me wrong, we might do a tuner talk or a whole training session. We'll have guys come out. We'll have them.
Yeah.
We'll have them judge a car,
And see what
then
we look for.
We
yeah.
can sit back, and then we will sit down and have a discussion over that
But getting back to like what's going on now
with
like,
the virus.
With the virus, I mean,
Real fun.
not to get in a political standpoint, but I think after the election things will be different.
Yeah, which
Either way. But I mean, I just wonder. I for one can't wait to take a mask off and be done with this stuff.
me and you both. That's
And
why
a
we're
lot-
here
and
with
a
no
lot-
mask.
And a lot of people, yeah. Well, we're also sitting here. But I mean, the whole thing with the events is, I hope it goes back to the way it was. I hope people have a lot more, they're a lot more, enjoy it because it's happening.
Here's a good thing right now, guys. Coronavirus got it going on. Y'all should be building your cars.
A lot of
right
people
now.
are. A lot of people are.
A lot of people building cars right now because there is no real big events going on. So once the big events come out,
There's gonna be
trust
some
me,
crazy- there's gonna be some
there are going to be
crazy
some
stuff.
crazy builds out there. Crazy builds. And I mean, whether you're in Cali, Phoenix, Denver, Texas,
We're painting.
it's crazy.
Next week, our red Skyline R34 is going to paint,
See?
and it's a really good paint shop. It's a good place called DHP down in St. Cloud.
Okay.
And I've known the guy for long. I had to wait 3 weeks on a waiting list to get the car in to get it painted because he's so busy painting all these cars, and he doesn't paint like grandma's Honda Civic.
No.
He's painting all show quality paint jobs, and it's like I'm putting cars on the schedule. It's hard to get cars fixed right now. It's hard to get cars painted right now. It's hard to get anything done because everybody's getting their check, blowing it on wheels, coilovers. I mean, it's like it's funny. I said that the $1,000 or whatever the government sends you is like the perfect thing for a set of coilovers.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the other thing is, I just want to see the scene get better. Like, I just want to see people go, you know what? It was taken away from us for 6 months.
Yeah, 3 to 6 months easy.
Yeah, and now...
Just at one point, it was like, we had events, everything was wonderful, and the very next day, they shut the whole world down.
Yeah.
And then when you shut the whole world down, now you got to think about all these, excuse my language.
I mean, it's done for everybody's safety, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, it still doesn't make... It's making people very reclusive.
Yeah.
Because everybody's sitting home and watching stuff on the internet, and watch some YouTube views going through the roof, and TikTok through the roof, and...
TikTok.
Yeah, 30,000 followers in 3.5 months.
Yeah.
So that's insane when you're thinking it's just car content. But I just
It's
hope
crazy.
it works out. And we're going to SEMA, so according to SEMA, it's still going to happen, and they're taking extraordinary precautions.
With the
I just
masks,
don't know how you're going to have all these people walking around with masks, and you're going to have all these people with hand sanitizer. SEMA is a massive, massive thing.
No, and I understand.
And I don't know how in hell you're going to keep 6 foot.
Well,
social
I mean, don't get
distancing.
me wrong. I think that's SEMA's right before the election, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean,
They might come off and say,
I
you
hope
might
they
only
come up
need
with
to
a
use-
vaccine, or they hope they come up with.
Well,
something.
they got a vaccine that's out there. They say. I just heard on the news.
Yeah.
I don't know. Starts with an R. Don't look at me. I
Yeah,
listen to it.
Yeah, I'll
at
believe
the
it
same
when
time-
they say we got it in here.
Yeah, at the same time, I'll believe it until they start sticking everybody with it and seeing what's going on. But we'll find out. So we will have a judge class coming up soon. If you are in the Orlando area, contact
And you're interested, just send us a message if you think you're.
contact the
interested in
Cards
something like
Media
that.
Group. and we don't have a problem with having you come in and us showing you what the deal is, because I think it would better.
We need to.
Community.
We need car shows to all follow one format.
If they follow the format, it's great.
The problem is you could Google 50 different forms.
Oh, yeah.
If there's not enough points in there to figure it out, we use this. We have our own, but we break it down so there's enough flexibility
Yeah.
in it that you can really find the winner. But anyway, we'll see you guys next week.
Next week,
Talk
all
to you
day.
soon.